in.
Well, welcome everyone. Welcome incoming presidents especially, and your president-elects, who you will introduce later, and to our district leaders, to our first District 5010 meeting. We have a few friendly reminders. We're going to record this meeting, which it's on now, and send it to you and others that couldn't make it. I'm still letting people in. So mute yourself, because if you make noise and flip your papers, your speaker mode will come up and you'll be on the camera. So keep your visuals on, your cameras on, and mute yourselves. And then I have 3 slides of a PowerPoint, and I'm gonna let you know in the chat room, you're gonna have some instructions on what you can do. So I take great pleasure in introducing our District Governor, Joe Kashi. And I want to tell you a few things about him. There are millions of things about him that I could tell you. He is a member of the Soldotna Rotary Club for the past 40 years. Joe was Soldotna Rotary President in 2000, 2001, and again in 2017, 2018. He is a bush pilot, a black belt in karate, so you can't be messing with him. He's a fine art photographer and an active member of the Bar Association. He's married to Dr. Therese Kashi, a psychologist with licensure and certifications in private therapy, substance abuse treatment, and educational psychology.
None of which took on me. Go ahead.
Incoming DG Joe Kashi moved from Washington, D.C. area to Soldotna, Alaska in 1977 as the Kenai Peninsula Borough's first deputy borough attorney. Since 1982, he has maintained a civil law practice, and mostly in the areas of construction, personal injury, and real estate litigation. Joe received his Bachelor of Science and Master's of Science degrees from MIT in 1972 and 1973, where he published graduate work, dealt with management of potential nuclear crises. And there's a lot more he's done in publishing. His goals, now listen up, his specific goals for 2020, 2021 are to A, encourage District 5010 Rotarians to develop and implement innovative community projects that have high positive impact but minimal out-of-pocket costs. B, to upgrade the district's internal processes and communication technology to better serve the members across our far-flung state. And last but not least, to encourage the growth of thematically oriented satellite clubs that ultimately become new Rotary clubs. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is your new district governor in how many days? 2?
About a day and a half, unless there's a coup d'etat, which is always possible. And I'm going to turn around and introduce our other 2 presenters. First, I'm going to introduce past district governor and my dear friend, Harry Keeling. That's with an IEL. Harry had his Bachelor of Arts in English from the University of Arizona, his Master of Science in Public Administration from Troy State University. He also attended the Harvard Kennedy School of Government, the Royal Air Force Air War College in England, and Harry's a retired colonel in the U.S. Air Force, also a wing commander. Harry says he's flown over 80 aircraft, everything from 25-knot Tiger Moth aerobatic airplanes to Mach 2.2 plus fighters and fighter bombers. After Harry retired from the Air Force, and he survived. After Harry retired from the Air Force, he was Anchorage city manager, and a executive with Alyeska Pipeline Service Company, and then ran all the federal government's aircraft services throughout Alaska, which I think, Harry, you built probably one of the coolest airplanes I've ever seen. A Beaver on floats with this huge turbine engine out the front. I gather in total violation of all FAA requirements, but the darn thing ran 15,000 hours safely. So I say that's quite an accomplishment. Anyway, Harry was district governor in 2017-18, president of the Anchorage Rotary Club. Also, Lieutenant Governor Rosie Roppel. Rosie's been our lieutenant governor. This is the second year for her. She's both a high school and a university English instructor for 30 years with her master's degree in English from Oxford University in England. I'm sorry, I just can't get that upper class accent quite right, Rosie. Past president of the Rotary Club of Ketchikan First City in 13-14, the District Leadership Academy instructor. I have a nice list that Rosie sent me here. Public Image Coordinator, Zone Public Image Coordinator Assistant, Pets Social Media Instructor, Zone in Montreal Public Image Instructor, Assistant Governor for Southeast, Lieutenant Governor, and Chair of our club's Public Image and District Public Image Committees. That's Rosie. So we're the three will be kind of filling in the airtime today, but I see we have recent past District Governor Diane Fiji's on there, and I'm going to ask Diane to introduce herself. She's the immediate past District Governor for another day and a half.
Hi, well, since I've been recently District Governor, I think you all know my bio, or if you don't, you can holler at me. But this year, under Joe's tutelage and following Harry's great example, I'm going to be Finance Chair, and I'm also taking on Foundation from Brad Gamble. So I'm looking forward to having all of your clubs very involved in Foundation. If you have anybody who specifically wants to know more or wants information, let me know. I'm in the book, or you can track me down through Joe. And we also have several good projects. My specific one is the fetal alcohol spectrum disorder, where Western Australia is going to come over to Alaska, but unfortunately it might be put off until next year because of all the COVID issues. So that's me. Thank you very much. I'm from Anchorage. I'm from Anchorage Club. I've been in Rotary for over 30 years, and there you go.
Thank you, Diane. Diane is going to be the exemplar of how we're really working our past district governors really hard, along with Diane, Harry, and Andre. You'll hardly even know the difference, except you won't get reimbursed anymore for some things. Thank you, Diane. Do we have any other past district governors on the line? Rosie?
Is Andre online?
No, he won't be able to make it today. He texted me.
Okay, well, we want to give him kudos and thank you for a fine year. And also to his wonderful AG team. And Mike Bridges will be stepping down, and we'll have Amy Hornak on coming in. So, all right.
Do we want to? Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
All right. So if we don't have any other PDGs on, I think that's it. We would like to have the AGs that are on, please introduce yourselves, where you're from, your club, your year, and who your, I guess we'll have the presidents after that. So I know Bill's on there.
Yes, I am on here. Did you want me to say something, or?
Yeah. Say how long you've been in AG, what town you're from, and what your area is, your club, and the year you were president.
Okay, cool. So I am in Fairbanks, and I am part of the Northern Region Collective, and a proud AG for 8 wonderful clubs, and look forward to another year of that. I met most of you at Pets this year, and perhaps we won't get a chance to see each other in person again, but I'm keeping my fingers crossed that we will before the year gets too long. I was our club president of the Fairbanks Club, Fairbanks Downtown Club, in 2017-18. It seems like it was a lifetime ago, but it also seems just like yesterday. Kind of strange these days that we live in. Look forward to working with everyone on the district team, and look forward to having a great year.
Thank you, Bill. So we have Southeast. We have Sharon Bergman.
Hi. So I am from Sitka, and this is going to be my second year as an AG for the Southeast clubs. I was president of the Sitka Rotary Club in 2005 and in 2013.
All right, thanks you, Sharon. And how many years have you been an AG?
This is my first year that I'm just finishing, so I'm going into my second.
Yes, thank you very much. And she was my replacement. Okay, Brenda Sheldon.
Good afternoon, everyone. My home club is the Palmer Club. I was an assistant governor for Diane and Andre, and now for Joe. And again, as everyone has mentioned, it was great seeing everyone at PETS. It was a lot of fun. I did have to do some teaching when I was there. I did teach a couple of the courses at PETS, but it was great getting to know all of the incoming presidents, and I'm looking forward to what's going to be a great year.
All right, thanks, Brenda. And Lori Draper.
Hi, everybody. I am from the Seward Club, and I'm the AG. This is my second year for the Kenai, Peninsula, and Kodiak clubs. And I have been the president of Seward Club for 3 different times. I don't remember the years. I want to say 1992 and maybe 14 through 16, two years in a row. But sadly missed PETS this year, so I'm sorry that I don't know everybody by face yet. Anyway, happy to be here.
Thank you, Lori. And is Amy Mackey-Hornak here from Anchorage?
Yes, I'm here.
Yay. Okay, good.
Hi, Amy.
Hi, Joe. So I'm Amy Mackey-Hornak, member of Anchorage South Rotary, and I am incoming AG for the Anchorage area, including Girdwood Rotary. So there's 9 clubs that I'll be working with. And so this is my first year, and I was president of Anchorage South in 2018-19.
Hey, thanks, Amy.
Thank you.
So, I didn't miss anybody, I don't think. So, Joe, do you want to go down through the clubs?
Sure.
For the president.
We're going to call on each of the club presidents to just introduce yourself very briefly, because we have like 11 minutes left. And briefly also, sorry, also please briefly introduce your president-elect and tell us who they are. We have Keith from Anchorage Downtown on board. How about Charlotte from Anchorage East? Okay. Ron from Anchorage Gateway. Actually, Rose, okay. Do we have Anchorage Gateway here? Anchorage Hillside. Art, I know you're there from Anchorage International.
Hello, yes, I am here. I'm with Anchorage International, looking forward to my year. My president-elect, our club's president-elect is Rick Smith, formerly of the Nome Club a while back, but now a very active and very great member of our Rotary Club.
Anchorage Midtown. Andy, I saw you there from Anchorage Russian Jack.
Steve Schreiber.
No, Andy, you have to unmute yourself. Rosie, can you unmute Andy maybe?
I just did.
There we go. Hi, Andy.
Hi. I can't find my mute button.
Anyway, you're okay now. Just tell us a little bit.
If you can hear me?
Sure can.
Okay, I am the new president of the Russian Jack Rotary. I'm an artist, and I am looking forward to a good year. It's as everyone knows, it's going to be difficult with COVID to grapple with, but everyone's pretty enthusiastic, and they wake up and come to the meetings at 7 in the morning. So I guess we'll continue with the Zoom meetings until we really are safe to go out. A lot of the older people, and there are plenty of us in Rotary, are very uncomfortable going into a closed space. So that's the most difficult thing. But I think we'll continue with our goals, with our scholarships, and we're going to be handing out soccer balls to the schools, and I think we're doing fine. My new PE is Calista Cruz. I don't know if she's here or not. I don't think she is. She is an accountant of some sort, which is always nice. I think she's probably still at work and not able to sign in. But anyway, I'm looking forward to it, and thank you.
Thank you, Andy. Barrow. College.
Hi, I'm Tracy Mulvannon.
Hi, Tracy.
Hi, president for next year. We don't have a president-elect yet, but we will. Our goal is more education and creating leaders, particularly at the middle school. So we're very excited about our year and some projects we're going to be doing.
Thanks, Tracy. College.
Hi there, everyone. My name is Candace Cruz. I'm up here in Fairbanks, Rotary of College, Alaska. My president-elect could not be with us today, but her name is Vicki Wilson. And we are excited about the coming year, hoping to beef up our youth exchange and get a Kenya water project back on track, but we don't want to neglect the locals too, so we have some ideas for some local projects as well. Nice to meet you all.
Thanks. And Eagle River. Fairbanks. Fairbanks Golden Heart. Yeah, I'm just giving a little bit of time because I know it sometimes takes time for people to mute. Okay, Fairbanks Sunrisers.
Hi, this is John Lorkey from Fairbanks. Excited. Good to see you again, Joe. We don't have, and everybody, obviously a lot of great friends made it pets, and we'll continue to work those friendships. Appreciate everything. Don't have a president-elect named yet. I would say our goal for this year is to come up with a fundraiser that we can sink our teeth into for years to come. We've been a little lax in that, and it's time for us to put together one that we can do the right way, and when the community hears about it over the next few years, they know that's a Rotary Club. So anyway, looking forward to it.
Thanks, John. Nice to see you again. John used to be a member of my Soldatna Club. Girdwood. Anybody here from Homer Downtown? Homer Kachi Meeting.
Technically, Homer Downtown falls under this.
Yeah, I know, but just in case, Brian, thanks.
Sorry.
Homer Downtown. I'm sorry, Homer Kachi Bay.
Hi, this is Lori. I'm here. Our president-elect is Bill Hague for the year. We just heard from the hospital that we're going to be able to continue our health fair next year. We're really excited about that. And we're going to do some peony sales. We've never done that before, and those start later this month.
Juneau. I think it's Juneau Downtown. Okay. Juneau 58, Innovators.
Yeah, this is Becky Monagle with the Juneau 58 Degree Innovators. It's going to be a challenging year. The one thing that I did do from pets is myself and my PE met with all of our members to start the year off as with a one-on-one conversation to kind of touch base, which was really helpful, especially since we aren't meeting at this time. My PE is Adam Sykes. I'm looking forward to the challenging year ahead.
Thanks, Becky. Juneau, anybody here from Juneau Rotaract? Now, Juneau Gasno, I know you're here.
Hey, Joe. Hey, everybody. This is Doug Eklund with the Juneau Gasno Rotary Club.
Hi, Doug.
My PE is Dan Holcomb, and our major project this year is going to be a shelter out on North Douglas Island, and yeah, looking forward to the year. Going to have fun.
Thank you. Juneau Glacier Valley, you there, Kenny?
I sure am, Joe. Thanks for saving me for last, because we all know that Juneau Glacier Valley is the best club in Southeast Alaska. Sorry, Doug.
I can see a very productive rivalry going here at this point.
Don't you want money, Kenny? Is that what you want? You need money, right?
Excuse me, gentlemen, this is Juneau Downtown Club, and Kenny, you are not last.
Oh, well, no, they already called you and you never answered, Lynn.
We'll call you. Go ahead, Kenny. You're not going to be last.
Doug's house is in good shape. My kid's watching it. Michelle Strickler is our president-elect. Well, actually, I'm the PE, and she's going to be the PE in about a day and a half from now. Our club is super excited. We haven't met in person, but we're super excited for this year, and it looks like we're going to be able to have an international project. And thank you very much for doing this, Joe, and keeping it really moving along.
Thanks. Juneau.
Hi, everyone. My name is Lynn Johnson. I'm the president-elect for the Juneau Rotary Club. Our current president, Joe Kashi, could not be with us. I will be president on Thursday, and we're still trying to determine a president-elect for next year. Thank you.
Thank you. Kenai. Scott, are you there?
Yes, I am. Hello, I'm Scott Seitz. I'm the president of Kenai, and my lovely wife should be our president-elect. Thank you.
Oh, thanks, Scott. Okay, Kenai River. Doug, you there? Okay. Ketchikan 2000.
Hi there. My name's Chelsea Goucher.
Chelsea.
Our soon-to-be president-elect is named Sam Fowler. He's with the Salvation Army here in town, and I'm looking forward to working with him and collaborating. And this year, our project is we're working on upgrading, refurbishing, and kind of redoing our Kids Don't Float program, which we've been working on for several years now with our club. And it should be a good year for that, as we expect lots of people to be out boating and camping and enjoying outdoor things. So it should be fun.
Thanks, Chelsea. By the way, if we miss anybody, let us know at the end here.
Oh, wait a minute. Ketchikan First City Rotary.
First City.
Yeah.
Let's see. So, hi, I'm Pat Tully. I'm going to be president of Rotary First City, and we don't yet have a president-elect. Our major project for this year is going to be a Music Moves project, which is an outdoor musical instrument installation at Rotary Beach. And I'm very excited. Rosie and a lot of our Rotarians have been doing fundraising for this week's duck race raffle. And so it's going to be a different year, but I'm very excited about it.
Thanks, Pat. Anybody here from Kodiak Morning? Kodiak Noon. Nome? North Pole. Palmer?
Yes, Palmer's here. This is Rick Allen. Hello. I'm in my second term as president. I was president of the Palmer Club about 10 years ago, and I was a member of the Anchorage East Club for a number of years when I worked in Anchorage. Our president-elect is Les Halfrick, who was president just a few years ago, so he's an experienced guy. Thanks.
Thanks, Rick. Rick, is the beard post pets?
It is. It's a pandemic beard. Absolutely. Yep.
I find myself, my wife is cutting my hair, And I think I'm due for another trimming. She's actually done a good job. For a psychologist, she's done a pretty good job keeping my hair fairly neat.
There you go.
I know Bennett from Petersburg emailed that she could be here today. So Brian, for the Rotary E-Club.
Thank you, Joe. I'm also wearing my pandemic beard. President to be of the E-Club, resident of Ketchikan. Our president-elect is Jason Williams out of Anchorage, and we are supporting, as a club, a kids family feeding program in the Matt Supero this year.
Thanks, Brian. You know, my beard isn't pandemic related. It goes back a long time, but when I accidentally shaved part of it off, I won't tell you how, my German Shepherd looked at me and growled. Oh, Seward. Seward? Sitka. Alan, I know you're here from Soldotna.
I am Alan Oxer from Soldotna Club. This is my second term as president, and my president-elect is Charlene Totfest, who I believe went to Pets in my place this year, so you guys might have met her there. Our major projects are going to be continuing to feed hungry people and provide support for homeless kids and through education and all those things. Also going to start building a peace garden here in Soldotna. And Joe knows all the rest of it.
Yeah, I do, but I want you to introduce yourself to everybody else.
Oh, okay. By the way, all you guys that are just growing your COVID beards, you're all a bunch of pikers. Come on, get serious. Grow a beard. Come on.
Okay, Susitna. Sorry, Susitna? Wasilanoon? Wasilla Sunrise. And whoever didn't hit their unmute button fast enough. Did we miss anybody? Michelle, did we miss you? Okay.
Tracy Hartung from Anchorage here. I got confused when you called Keith's name in the beginning.
Sorry, no, that was my fault. Sorry.
So, hi, I'm Tracy Hartung, president in a couple days of the Anchorage Downtown Club. I think at Pets, many of you probably met Hillary, which would have been my president-elect. Unfortunately, due to a relative's health problems, Hillary had to step off the board, and my new president-elect is Tyann Hollis. So, it should be great.
Thanks, Tracy. Bill Urey.
Yeah, hi. Hello, Joe. Good to see you.
Yes.
Yeah, Bill Urey here with the Anchorage East Rotary, and excited to be president here in a couple of days. And my president-elect is, or I should say our president-elect is going to be John Dyson, Rich Dyson's son. And he's always done a great job, and we're looking forward to having him help. And we have a number of projects planned this year, both international, and we do plan to do things to help with the pandemic here in Alaska as well.
You know, and I see Don Polton, our incoming district secretary, is here. I'll just say hello to Don and thank Don. Don is going to I think Don will transform the office of district secretary to really get us on track. I know he's tried pretty hard to keep me on track, so thank you, Don. Anybody we've missed?
Sharon might be able to speak to Sitka.
Yeah, our president coming in this year is Catherine Rogers. She couldn't make it today because of a work thing going on. And our president-elect is Cindy Gibson. And Cindy has been a president previously. We sold out our duck race, so we're going to figure out what we're going to do for our major projects this coming, year. And I'm pretty sure they're pretty excited.
We miss anybody at all?
Hey, Joe, this is Chris from Anchorage South, Chris Gray. Our incoming president-elect is going to be Julie Erickson. Our project this year is going to be dictionaries for third graders. We've done it for at least the last 5 years. And then we're actually putting some effort into planning for a international project next summer.
Cool. Anybody else? Rosie, this unmute button is really, we definitely want to let people respond there on the unmute. So guys, just remember where the unmute button is, and we're happy to hear from you. I'm sorry that it's been delayed like that. Anybody else that we've
Hey,
missed?
Joe, this is Harry.
Harry.
Just a hint, maybe people know already, you can hit the space bar and it'll unmute you while you hold it down.
Cool. Anybody else? Okay, well, let's kind of, what our plan is today, I want to thank everybody for being here. And several people said what a fabulous team this is. This is one of the strongest teams of district governors we've seen. So I think we're going to do really well under admittedly difficult circumstances. I guess my message is really simple. Hold on, do the best we can. My friends in the scientific community tell me that there should be effective vaccines out there within 6 months. So I'm hoping that we'll be able to have an in-person district conference. You know, we're going to keep it kind of light just in case it can't be in person. But my plan is for us to get together and have a heck of a good time and renew the fellowship part more than anything with the education, the classic district conference education, and symposium about substantive stuff happening via Zoom over the year and available to everybody. So I guess that's my basic message. You guys are strong. You'll do a great job. We know it's going to be a hard time, but optimistically, as I say, my friends who are well placed in the scientific community in this thing tell me it's going to be okay and it's going to work out. It's not going to be perfect, but it's going to work out. So just hang on in there. And I think at this point, we should shift over just to some thoughts. I'd like to hear your thoughts about the 20 points we mentioned, which were gathered from a whole bunch of people around the district. And I would ask Iceman, Harry, to start out. You know, Harry, you've been a leader, you've trained leaders for all those years in the Air Force and afterwards in the city. What are your thoughts about this?
Well, I don't have any secrets, Joe. Any secret plan, but I got to tell you, this group that you have, I met at Pets. What a wonderful, dedicated, spirited group. I'm really looking forward to this coming year. You know, the only thing I can offer is it's easier to smile than it is to frown, and it's easier to be upbeat than downtrodden. And just enjoy your year as a president. It's a great year, and you deserve where you are. I mean, your club has got the confidence to put you in that position. You've got an opportunity in next year to do some magic things to help people out. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what you can do.
Thanks, Harry. And you guys jump in, please jump in. This is a group discussion. We're not going to speak at you. We want to speak with you. Rosie, what are your thoughts as a former club president and area assistant governor? Press the space
I'm
button,
unmuting.
Rosie.
I'm unmuting. I hit the bar. Well, I have to tell you that you just have to hold your head up high, walk in, be flexible, and listen to your people and work with your board. Make sure you have a plan for the year that's fluid, that can move. And I'm sending out some things to you to make sure that you have an idea of what your whole year's like, and make sure you have those socials, got a party to have fun, make sure you have projects, a project and social can be together, and you'll get a lot of membership if you do that, and get a strong public image team, I'm just telling you. So you guys are gonna be awesome, and thank you, and I've sent you a lot of links. I hope you didn't look at them all at once.
Well, my thoughts are that in a lot of ways, the most important thing is to put ideas and energy, inculcate a spirit of innovation and moving forward. You know, it's really more a matter of inspiring people, being the first person to get the work done and the last person in the chow line to take care of your people. Just, put in energy and put in good ideas. And, if they all aren't perfect up front, that's fine. We can fix them. We can change them as we go down. But I would urge you to go and delegate a lot of work as much as you can. Put your immediate past present to work running your grants and your projects. Your vice president or president-elect pulling together good programs, which are important. And just really delegate, spread the workload so that you can get other things done. But in the end, I guess the way I looked at it was way too easy for people, certainly in my years sometimes when I was there as club president, it's way too easy to get to Christmas time and then say, well, I've done what I want to do, and then just kind of coast downhill. I would just say, put the pedal to the metal and go all the way to June 30 and have consensus with your incoming president-elect, train them, develop your leaders, have your pedal to the metal, have a consensus and have a couple-year program, and then just hand the baton on June 30 to your president-elect and let them keep going at full speed. A lot of times it's in the early dark days of World War II, Franklin Roosevelt made a comment to his people. He said, do something. It's more important to do something and show energy now than it is to have a perfect plan. Do something. If it doesn't work, give it a try. If it doesn't work, try something else. And I guess that's where I would leave it. What do you guys think? Sharon, you gave us some ideas, so I'm going to just go and call on you since you're on my first 25 on the screen there.
Okay. Yeah, the big thing that I recall and that I felt worked the best was just like you said, to delegate. Don't try to take it all on yourself. Have a good time with the year and keep everybody, as enthusiastic as possible. And if you do that, I mean, it's just going to be a great year, I think.
Anybody else?
Hey, Joe, this is Harry. Can I say something about Rotary Cares for Kids?
Sure.
I'm going to be calling you guys in the next couple of days. We couldn't spend the DDF funds until the 1st of July to the new year. But we got 13,000 of excess district reserves, and we got 10,000 of DDF funds. And I got to tell you, there's 3,300 foster kids in Alaska. We're going to be pretty close to getting backpacks for all of them.
Excellent. Say, Brian, I'm going to call on you for a moment and say, you guys have been running. Brian is the incoming E-Club president, and you guys do a really nice job of running meetings. My wife is my wife's an E-Club member because she works up north so much, and so I've been listening on Brian's meetings when my wife is dialed in. And you guys do a really good job of running Zoom meetings. Can you help us? Give us some thoughts.
Wow, I'd love to take credit, but I'm not president for 2 more days. Our club has changed a lot over the last 7 years, and in the beginning, our format was really a mess, and so we've just had time to refine it. Having consistency with your members, so they kind of know what to expect, and do they need to raise their hand? Do they use a little button for the hand raise? Do they just kind of listen and chime in? We've just kind of already established how that works. And so we don't really have to pre-announce it. We've always used a PowerPoint agenda that we just run through. And so either the president or somebody else just is running through the program. And so it's kind of listed even at the front, this is what we're doing. Here's our speaker. I don't know. I mean, I work in schools. And so the way that we run our meetings is kind of the same way that we approach a classroom, where we say, this is, it's a set routine every time, so it's very predictable. We try to keep it engaging with our members. I'm glad it's fun. People keep showing up, so thank you.
If you're able to put together some tips between you and Ariel, your outgoing president, put together some tips on a meeting and send it to Rosie, I'm sure she would send it out to all the presidents. Mm-hmm. You guys have fun. You guys have the most fun Zoom meetings I've done so far. I hope I come nearly even close to your standard of having good meetings over the next year.
If you'd like to share it, you are going to be our first guest of the Rotary year. So if everybody wants to come and see how I run a meeting and they can hear you give your spiel for the year, everybody's welcome.
When
Okay.
is that meeting? When?
Second Saturday in July. So I believe that's the 11th.
And the time?
8 a.m. Alaska time.
Okay, never mind.
I was
But, you
afraid
can come dressed however you want.
I was afraid that one was going to come and heckle me. So I have to say, thank goodness.
So Joe, we're going to send out your schedule, and Brian's meeting, E-Club meeting, will be on there. So everybody will get a reminder of when your meeting is.
Pat Tully, you got dropped into this pretty quickly due to some difficult things for people. What are your thoughts and how? Tell us where you are.
Oh my gosh. Well, I think I'm still trying to find my footing. But I had great examples and great help from Rosie and Michelle and Margaret Custer, who's just ending her year. And so I think, I also have a great, the members of the club are really great and they work very well together. So I think hopefully it will be pretty straightforward, and we'll get started on Zoom and then go from there.
By the way, the meeting, we're going to officially end the meeting in 3 minutes. I'm going to keep to my promise of a 45-minute meeting. So anybody who signs off, that's fine. We'll just leave it on if people want to just talk or ask for solutions or share solutions or just, ponder what it's going to be like for the next year. So we're going to leave the meeting. We're going to leave the Zoom connection open. We'd be happy to have you guys talk with each other, but anybody who needs to go, like I said, click off at 5 o'clock, and thank you for attending there. Diane, are you still with us?
I am.
As recent past district governor and Anchorage president, what are your thoughts?
Well, believe me, the year, you may not think so, but the year is going to go by really, really fast. So pick one or two things, prioritize what you really want to get done, get help, and concentrate on those things. You can have a whole laundry list of stuff, but it's not going to get done, I tell you. So pick one or two things you really want to get done, work on them, delegate, share.
And Diane also just helped or was responsible for revising our district leadership academy as well. And so thank you, Diane. Those are real words of wisdom there. Anybody else? Bill Wright.
Wow. Okay. I was just thumbs upping what everybody else is saying. I wasn't saying, oh, I have all these great leadership things to share. But really, while I guess one of the things that I enjoyed about the 2017-2018 year was letting the club members know anytime I could, reminding them of what our areas of focus were and some of the values of Rotary, just on a regular basis. Even if it starts to sound repetitive, I think it's important that people, especially those who are relatively new to the club, may not know and may not be aware of. And we just added an 8th area of focus, I think 8th, maybe 7th area of focus, which is the environment. And that is going to be added to the other 6 areas of focus. So it's just good to remind your club members why they're there. Besides the fellowship, besides, people of action, it's good to know what binds us together. And that I had a lot of success with, and continue to try to share among my fellow Rotarians that message of unity.
That makes good sense to me. The acronym, by the way, it's 5 o'clock. We're officially done. If anybody is gone, thank you for attending or about to. Stay on if you want to. Alan, you were president before. What are your thoughts coming into it now?
Well, one of the things that I did learn on my first term as president was that everybody in your club is so excited about their project that all you have to do is support them, and they will do all the work. You don't have to take on any extra work. They will do it for you. All you have to do is support them. And yes, it goes by quickly, but looking at 366 days now, right? No, man, that's a long time. It will go quickly. Trust your club, trust your members. They know what to do. They've been doing it for a long time. Don't worry about it.
That makes good sense to me. You know,
and if you grow a handlebar mustache, you're always smiling.
You know, it kind of reminds me of a couple of thoughts. One is give credit to people. The only reason people are in Rotary or in any volunteer organization is it helps them feel good about themselves. So, you know, give credit to people, and don't be afraid to give away as much credit as you can, generously so, and just recognize people. That's what warms people and keeps them in Rotary. So that'd be my comment. Just give credit generously and never take credit for what somebody else has done. That's just an absolute enthusiasm killer. Alan's probably heard me say this, and maybe Harry, but I'm reminded of Johnny Torrio. Most people haven't heard of Johnny Torrio. He was Al Capone's partner in Chicago. Johnny Torrio died of old age. He died healthy in his 80s because he took the position, there's more than enough in this for everybody, so he's going to give it away. He would go and make sure that everybody had more than enough to make it feel really worthwhile being there. So remember Johnny Torrio. He survived being Al Capone's partner by making sure that everybody had more than enough share to be satisfied. And I'd say that has to go with credit for people too.
Hey, Joe.
Yeah.
Hi. So I've been to a lot of different clubs, and it seems like a lot, when I was AG, I'd go around. One of the things that a lot of the members of the club said that they really liked about their president was that they showed up at as many projects as they could. They were a presence. They represented the club and all the people publicly, and they did give a lot of people credit. But lead from the front. Don't sit back and just say, okay, go do it. Show everybody that you're interested. If you can get there, or get another officer to go in your place, because it's very, very important to let them know you really care about what they're doing. And also another thing about projects and committees and stuff, our board meeting in First City Rotary and a lot of clubs, they ask the various committees that are active to give a report, and then they put it into the minutes, and that way the president always knows what's going on.
Yeah. You know, one thing we're going to try to do this year is we're going to try to keep you informed and be as interactive and as available as possible. But we're going to really try hard not to burn you out at the same time. I mean, I know it's kind of a balance between being overwhelmed and burned out, and having too much Rotary coming at you, and keeping you adequately informed and supported. So I guess my comment is we'll try to find the right balance. If we're getting to the right point, tell us. If we're not, tell us. You know, we're really, really open to honest, candid discussion. Be kind about it. You know, be humble and kind, as Harry had as his theme that year. But you know, so be kind, but be candid. When you're candid, we know that you're serious. It's easier than to go and put faith in the positive comments, and it's easier to know what we need to do to make things work right or not. So we did really appreciate candid and kind, and that'll work really well. So let us know. I'm always available by email. So is Rosie. I'm available by phone. That's out there. Get a hold of us if you need to. Anybody else have any thoughts or questions at all, or comments? I'd love to hear from some, like from Bill, because Bill, you're one of the people I know is there because I can see your video.
You know, one thing I'd say,
yeah.
Remember who your past presidents are. You might form a past presidents club and meet with them once in a while and say, hey, how am I doing? Anyway, that's just an idea. And if you get yourself into, you think you might not be in trouble, but you think you are, you might not be in trouble. Get a hold of your past presidents. They're there to support you.
Yeah, and put them to you. Put them to work. You know,
Yeah.
they can take a lot of load off of you. Put them to work on foundation or on projects or whatever you can. But put your past presidents to work. You know, it's not a job where you become honorary past president for life and get to sit eat the nicest grass around. Put them to work. We're doing that with past district governors really hard. Anybody, Alan, were you raising your hand? Or swatting mosquitoes? Yeah. Anybody else? Well, closing thoughts. Let's see. Amy, do you have any closing thoughts?
Let me think. I would say that as incoming president, it's super important to get as many members of your club involved in projects and backing you up as far as what your goals are. And the other thing is to always, always, always make sure you show appreciation. And something that I changed when I was president of Anchorage South is I started telling people I appreciate you instead of I appreciate that. And I just think it is received so much more because you are appreciating the person, and verbally when we say I appreciate that, we're saying that, but it's not really showing that we're saying it. So I just changed the words I appreciate you, and I like, it worked out well.
Yes. This job is really about kind of motivating and bringing people along. You can't order people. All you can try to do, as Harry so often has pointed out, is build consensus. And that basically involves good people skills. I'm going to ask Sharon and Brenda if they had any thoughts as assistant governors. Sharon, do you have any thoughts?
Yeah, once again, just enjoy the year and, keep going back and checking your goals. And like Diane said, don't go overboard with your projects. Pick pick what's really important to you. And if there's something that's really important to some of the members, like somebody else said, they'll head those up. So you just have to support them in that and get the support you want for, your year and make sure everyone's on board with it.
Thanks, Sharon. Hey, Brenda.
Can I say one other thing? This was just regarding the Zoom meetings. I think we need to remember that to take advantage of the Zoom meetings, and we don't have to limit our speakers to people that are in our towns anymore. Yeah. We can have speakers from all over, and so that's something to take advantage of.
And we're going to start trying to build a library of speakers that you can just use for your meetings too. So you don't always have to everybody go out and get their own speakers all the time. We've had some really excellent ones, and we're going to try to go and build that library and make it available to you guys to help with good programs. That good programs really seem to be important for bringing people into fellowship and getting them there in the first instance. Brenda, any thoughts?
Oh, I agree with what everyone has said. They're all such great advice. I think the one thing just to add to is, we all have our district projects when we do our district grants, but there are some of those quiet people in your club. And if you can approach them and say, is there anything you'd like to be working on? And it just seems like you can engage them because they have a hobby or a group of friends. They take on a project, they run it, it empowers them. And I think it's just a great way to engage them in clubs is to just hit up those quiet people because they're in Rotary for a reason. And like everyone here, they have a huge heart and they want to give back. So take advantage of them. It doesn't have to be a big thing. Your club will get credit for some beautiful little things when you engage those folks.
Yeah, you make people look good. That makes you look good. When you make people look good, they make your club look good. That makes you look good. You don't have to hog the credit. when it looks good, everybody knows who's making it happen.
Mm-hmm.
Dawn, our incoming district secretary, any thoughts? You've been a wise soul for a long time around the district.
Well, everybody certainly had some good ideas, but I think that one thing is that if you're the president, you do have to lead. Have your plan, though you have to be flexible. Don't equivocate. You have to march forward. And I think that no matter what you do or how you go about it, I think you ought to be prepared to know that not everybody's going to like it. And so that's just one of the functions of having to be in charge. But I think that you do have to maintain that position of presidency. You've been nominated, elected to lead your club for a year and to mentor your president-elect and to accommodate the needs to the extent that you can for the clubs overall. So that'd be what I would have to say.
Thanks, Don. I'm just going to go around and see if anybody else has anything to say. Tracy, any thoughts or questions? Anything we could do to help?
I think we're ready to go. We're going to do the transition on Wednesday, and we are having kind of a sign up for, we're going to do themes every month and really getting that Sergeant of Arms position going and getting the club more involved, getting our members back in. So we're pretty excited.
Cool. And Andy, you can press the space bar. I learned something today.
Yes. Now, can you hear me?
Sure can.
Well, it's magic. I would like to thank you for this meeting. I think it's been very interesting. And it's kind of good to see that others are struggling a little bit and not just me. I am very interested, and I mentioned to our group, I think it was in the last meeting, the MIT water project. And I would like more information on that if you could send it, because everyone seemed to be fascinated by doing that.
Let's correspond offline. Email me tonight, okay?
Great.
Just email me. We'll do it offline. Let's see. Michelle. Can't hear you.
My space bar doesn't work. Thanks for inviting me. This is really great and very inspiring. And I think just a couple things I took away was the delegation is fabulous because it gives more people a chance to explore their own leadership skills and takes the burden. When it stops being fun, you're doing too much. But I love it that I've heard so much positivity and just hopefulness in this group, because we are definitely in challenging times. And I know our clubs are looking for us to lead in an optimistic way, knowing that while we're facing challenges, we will get through this, and that's what Rotary does. So good luck to all the president-elects who are about to be presidents. Enjoy your year.
Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Bill? Yuri? Just press the space bar.
Okay, there we go.
There you go.
Ready to go.
Cool.
Well, I think it is going to be, there's a lot on the table right now. We're seeing COVID getting worse.
Yeah.
Not so much in Alaska, but everywhere else. I think our meetings are going to be under the same Zoom format for a while. We're as a club, we're making a big change in that we have just located. I think we've been at the Anchorage Hilton since the 80s possibly, and we're making a change. We're no longer going to meet at the Hilton going forward. And so anyway, there's just a lot of changes that are going to take place this year, and we're looking forward to embrace those. We're trying to just slowly work out of that 4 meetings a month and try to do something off-site, try to do something that's more of a fireside type situation as much as we can, with social separating and masks and that type of thing. So we're going to try to mix it up a little bit. We tried changing the guard, and Joe, you attended, and thank you for being there outside. And we had a terrible weather and windy, and everything was against us, but we got through it and we had a fun time at it.
It looked like it was a fun time.
And I'd say my biggest challenge of the year that I see, and it's probably the same for everybody that's in this meeting, is how do we grow our membership during these unusual times? And so that's, anyone comes up with some great ideas, boy, I tell you, I'd love to hear what we have, and maybe
Yeah.
as a group, we can all tackle that one.
I think the best thing we can do is all brainstorm together and throw ideas out. Some stuff may work, some stuff may not work, some stuff may work for you and not for some other club. We'll just do the best we can. Calissa, you still with us? And then Linda?
Hi, I'm here. I'm the president-elect for Andy for the Russian area. And I recently moved up here to Alaska. And so I'm definitely being involved with the Rotary has definitely given me more eyesight of what really is built in the community. And I want to be able to help contribute with that. Being able to see and hear all these things about figuring out what to do with the COVID and seeing how our community is being hurt by it. I know our Rotary was wanting to try to help out with the food and the food banks and helping out with the lunch pails to try to make sure that the children are still having food at home because of the schooling, trying to do that from home. And so I'm looking forward to seeing what we can try to contribute with that next year and trying to do things without being involved hands-on, but remotely. And so I think with our group, we can definitely figure out more technology ways and bring in more speakers that way. We definitely had a couple of great speakers with talking about the economics, about what's going on with the city itself and the state and what we can probably foretell in the future that way. So that's been pretty cool.
Would you, by the way, Calissa, would you please send me the names, the contact information for those speakers and what they've said? We're going to try to, as I said, partly build our program library to share with other clubs. So if you could email me offline, kashi@alaska.net, with their names, contact information, and what they said, and the ones you particularly recommend, I'd sure appreciate it, and we'll go from there.
Of course, I could do that.
Great. Linda, it's been a long time. How are you? Hello? Linda, I know you're there. Can you unmute her, Rosie? You're muted too, Rosie. Hi, Linda. We're having a bit
I'm
of
trying to unmute her, but it's not working very well.
Okay. Linda, we're sorry that we're missing you. We'll get together again sometime soon. You know, I think we're probably at the end of our past meeting discussion. So does anybody else have any other thoughts before I ask Harry and Rosie for their parting wisdom? Okay, I get Rosie. I'm going to ask Carrie to do kind of the equivalent of a benediction for parting thoughts for our incoming leaders here. Rosie, any parting thoughts?
Well, I think we've said them all. I just want you to really enjoy your year, engage your members, have a good time. Don't get bummed out. Just keep moving forward and use all the people in your club to help you out, and delegate all the things that everybody said. I know you're gonna have a great time.
Remember, if you have a problem, email Rosie.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Hi, Harry.
Here I am.
Yes.
I've said everything I know. I don't know very much, so I just, put me on the spot.
This is being recorded. So
yeah, I know, that scares me.
Yeah. Anyway, I guess we're done. There's no sense, prolonging things beyond that point. Everybody, thank you so much for here. I'm looking forward to it. We're going to have, I know it's going to be different, but in every crisis, there's an opportunity. We try to find and save the best of what we had traditionally, and then find new and better ways to do stuff that isn't working as well, or that could work better. So we'll try to find and save what works well already, and then take the opportunity to go and move over the next mountain range and go from there. So thanks, everybody.
Joe, thanks to you. What a great meeting.
Oh, no, Harry, thank you. You're kind. You're always kind, but you know, it's a great team and this is a team effort. Thank you for the kind words, but it's a team effort and you know, it's going to be a good team. So thank you, everyone. So long. Rosie, I'm out of here too.
All right, me too.
So long, everybody.
Bye, everybody. Thanks for hanging around.
Bye, Tracy.